Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be taking a look at some of the TCG exclusives that are going to be coming out relatively soon in Return of the Duelist. So there are half of them released, and then we'll check out the other half once they are released. So first off, we'll start with Noble Knight Gawayn here. So his effect is if you control a light normal monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. So it's going to promote exceeding. I think that this card could be viable in the XYZ heroes if you wanted to try them in that. Personally, I find Photon Thrasher much better because that card can be an attack position as well as more attack, and this kind of makes it so you can only have Alias on the field, whereas Bubble Man you can really have like anything and just special summon Bubble Man as long as you have no other cards. But Noble Knight, he is okay. I really feel like, again, Photon Thrasher, just to me personally, I feel he's better. But it's cool to see all these Noble Knights coming out. Maybe it would be kind of cool to see an archetype with a Noble Knight deck. Would be kind of cool. But it is light, so I mean, if you want to play Honest and maybe a Noble Knight deck, Honest is always a really good card. And there's also some more support with the Noble Knights coming out later on. Next up, we're going to take a look at Spellbook Library of the Crescent. So if you have no Spellbook cards in your graveyard, you can reveal 3 Spellbook spell cards with different names in your deck, and your opponent randomly adds one of them to your hand, and you shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate 1 Spellbook Library of the Crescent per turn. You cannot activate any spell cards the turn you activate this card except for Spellbook cards. So it's basically used to get your deck started. It does have the negative effect of you not being able to, MST or Heavy Storm, so you can't really go for your play. If your opponent has lots of back row, it might not be the smartest idea to go off when you have, MSTs that you can't really use the same turn you're using this. So perhaps maybe if you want to try Dust Tornadoes in the Spellbook, and you can run like triple of these, because I know that, if you have a whole bunch of Spellbook cards in your graveyard, there's, a lot of other effects you can use with the Spellbook. So I think that is a pretty cool card, and the negative effect is you won't be able to use your MSTs. I guess you can just use the Dust Tornadoes, so that'll be an option. Next up, we're going to look at Advanced Zone. So it's once per turn during the end phase of any turn which you tribute summon a monster. So keep in mind, enemy controller, it does not count as a tribute summon. You can apply these effects depending on the number of monsters you tributed for a tribute summon this turn. So 1 or more, you can destroy 1 set card your opponent controls. 2 or more, you can draw a card. 3 or more, you can add 1 monster from your graveyard to your hand, which I think is probably one of the best effects. But unfortunately, I don't think it would be, too good in Frog Monarchs, because it is a continuous, which is good in some ways. Maybe it'll be good for another deck. We see a Steel Swarm Roach in the background, so maybe it'll be good for Steel Swarms, because I know Steel Swarms haven't really done anything. But it's pretty decent, I would say, but unfortunately it won't be too good in Frog Monarchs, because when you have the back row, you can't special summon Treeborn Frog. But I guess you can use it, that 1 turn. It'd be interesting, maybe that plus like a Soul Exchange. It'd be interesting to see. But we'll see if Advanced Zone, or maybe someone will think of some combo that will make Advanced Zone really good. That'd be pretty cool. Next up, Ninjitsu Art of Shadow Stealing. So you tribute 1 ninja monster to target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish that target. While that card is banished, its monster zone cannot be used. When this face-up card leaves the field, return the card banished by the effect to the same monster card zone in the same battle position. So it's an okay card. I just feel like Horn of Heaven's overall more solid, because you have to tribute a ninja monster, and why not just tribute the ninja monster for Horn of Heaven, and which is also a counter trap card, which it's tribute 1 monster and negate the sum of a monster. So really good as far as just being able to get rid of 1 monster. And I think that I know this card does banish it, but the thing is, if they activate MST, they get their monster back. So you'll go kind of minus with that, especially since you already have to tribute a ninja monster in the first place to activate this card. So I don't think this card is that great at the moment. If you have any combos with it, let me know in the comment section below. Next card we're going to look at is another ninja card. It is Blue Dragon Ninja. So you can use it with the Art of Super Transformation, because it is a Sea Serpent, and its effect is once per turn during either player's turn, you can discard 1 ninja monster and with Ninjitsu Art card to target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. This turn, that monster's effects are negated. Also, that monster cannot attack. So, unfortunately, he only has 2100 attack, which I feel is weak. And if you already have 1 ninja monster and 1 Ninjitsu Art card, why not just summon the ninja, set the Art of Super Transformation, and use that other monster your opponent controls as material for whatever you want to go with the Super Art of Transformation. I feel like this card is just overall not good. I wish it was you can discard 1 water card and maybe 1 Ninjitsu art. That way you can make water ninjas. That would be kind of cool to see. But I just don't feel like this card is too great. Next up, we're going to look at Prophecy Destroy, which is a Spellbook card. So if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish 3 Spellbook spell cards from your graveyard to special summon this card from your graveyard. So I think this is pretty good because a lot of the spell books, you know, you just activate them and it kind of just searches out another card, like that other card we just saw earlier, the Spellbook Library. So I think that that would be pretty good. This card, Prophecy Destroy, it might be good just maybe like Tech 1. The thing is, I'm not sure how you would get this card into the graveyard. But, you know, he's also a spellcaster, and I really think the artwork of this card looks pretty awesome. So I'm excited just about the artwork. I think I'm going to make a token out of him if he is a foil card. So, pretty interesting card, Prophecy Destroyer. I think the artwork is more the cool part than anything. But he has decent attack. He's 2,500, so decent thing. Maybe you could just, like, you know, special summon him for OTK. But you do have to banish the Spellbook spell cards, and so maybe, yeah, I feel like you can only probably run one of these. But maybe there's some combo to get back banished Spellbook cards. I haven't really checked out the archetype, but I will check it out once all the stuff gets released, and we'll see what Spellbooks can do. Next up, we're going to look at, this is the last card, Noble Arms Gallatin. So, equip only to a warrior type monster. The equipped monster gains 1,000 attack. During each of your standby phases, the equipped monster loses 200 attack. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Noble Knight on the field. Equip this card from your graveyard to that target. The effect can only be used once per turn. You can only control 1 face-up Noble Arms card. So, the effect that you can only be used once per turn probably ruins any potential OTK, FTK variant with this card. I'm not sure if there was an OTK with this card, but if you guys remember Butterfly Dagger Elma, that was a card that, you know, made it so you can infinitely draw when you had Royal Magical Library and what was his name? Gearfried the Iron Knight, that was his name, and there was an infinite draw loop with that. But I like how they just made it so you can only activate it once per turn, essentially, that effect. So I don't think this card will be too good. I think it's cool that these Noble Knights are getting some support, but at the moment I do not know if they're good. I don't think they're going to be good, but it's cool. I think the artwork is really cool, and that's really about it. And also that Noble Knight art, it starts with an A, I forgot his name exactly, but he does have a pretty cool thing under his like paragraph. There's like a poem. He's a normal monster, so he's not very good anyways. But they are light, so again, you can use Honest with it. But those are the cards that are released. There are a few more, but we just don't have their effects yet, which I will let you guys know as soon as their effects are released to us. We will be checking out the rest of the cards, as well as I'll talk about more about the spell books, because I think that it'll be a viable deck. I just need to do some playtesting with it. But if you guys know any combos off the top of your head with any of these cards that are pretty good that I did not mention, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to mention it in the future video when we check out the rest of the TCG exclusives. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Ice White Dragon, signing out.